Maria Knezevic is a 40-year-old woman from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, who was last seen on February 2nd in Madrid, where she was spending some time amid a difficult divorce from her husband. Ana, who's originally from Colombia but is now a naturalized American citizen, decided to take a trip to Spain in December. Her friends and family say she wanted to get away for a bit and explore new places while going through a tough split from her Serbian husband. But what started as a chance to clear her head and maybe even find a fresh start took a dark turn when Ana suddenly vanished without a trace. The last anyone heard from her was on February 2nd, just 30 minutes after a suspicious man wearing a motorcycle helmet was seen disabling the security cameras at her apartment building in Madrid by spray painting the lenses. The next day, two of Ana's friends received some very strange text messages from her phone saying she had run off with a man she just met. But as we'll see, those messages just don't add up. So, what exactly happened to Ana Maria Knezevic? Where did she go, and was she taken against her will? Ana is a 40-year-old woman who was born in Colombia but now calls Fort Lauderdale, Florida, her home. She's a naturalized American citizen and has been married to her Serbian husband, David Knezevich, for 13 years. Together, they own a company called EOX Technology Solutions, Inc., which provides computer support for businesses in South Florida. Records also show that the couple owns a home and other properties in Fort Lauderdale, though one of those is currently under foreclosure. However, things have been far from perfect in Ana's personal life. According to her brother, Juan Henao, Ana and David have been going through a pretty nasty divorce. In an interview with a Fort Lauderdale detective, Juan revealed there is a substantial amount of money on the line to be split up between the two, and David is not happy about it. This suggests that there has been significant tension between Ana and David recently. In addition to the property division issues, Maria confided in her friend about her suspicions that David was cheating on her. She expressed her concerns in a private text message conversation, sharing the turmoil she felt about their relationship. What does this mean in terms of what was going on in her life, and does it have any relevance in her disappearance? But who is Ana Knezevic beyond her marital troubles? According to her friends, she's described as a lively, adventurous woman who's always ready for some fun. Ana met her close friend, Sana Romeo, a year ago at an event in Fort Lauderdale, and the two quickly bonded. Since then, they have traveled together across the world, visiting places like Colombia, Croatia, France, and Mallorca. Sana describes Ana as caring, fun, curious, smart, and successful. She admits that she knows very little about David Knezevich or the details of their divorce, but she is certain that Ana is not the type to get herself into trouble. Despite the struggles Ana has been going through with her divorce, her friends say she was just trying to take a break and gain some perspective by taking a trip to Spain in December. She had plans to meet up with longtime friends and take a few trips around the country. On February 8th, the day Sana was supposed to meet Ana in Madrid, she traveled there anyway after learning of her friend's disappearance. She filed a police report and began looking into Ana's disappearance herself. Both Sana and Ana's brother Juan have expressed frustration with the Spanish police, who have not named the man in the motorcycle helmet as a suspect. Communication has been challenging due to several officers not being fluent in English. Juan expressed his concerns, acknowledging the hard work of the Spanish police, but questioning their access to necessary resources. He highlighted the absence of an English-speaking detective deeming it absurd. His primary desire remains the safe return of his sister. Sana and Juan have also been in contact with the FBI and the American Embassy in Spain, but they feel that American authorities should be doing more. Sana emphasized that Maria simply went on a trip and shouldn't have to endure any crime or suffering. She stressed the importance of uncovering the truth about what happened to her. What was she doing in Spain, and what happened in the days before she vanished? Ana traveled from South Florida to Spain in December to get away for a while. She was staying in an apartment in Madrid's upscale Salamanca quarter and had plans to meet up with some longtime friends and take a few trips around the country. It seemed like a great opportunity for her to relax, explore, and maybe even gain some clarity on her personal situation. But on the evening of February 2nd, something strange happened. A man wearing a motorcycle helmet was seen disabling the security cameras at Anna's apartment building by spray painting the lenses. The night of the 2nd of February, that is when Anna was last seen, the building where she lived got reports of a burglary. The neighbors heard noises and the main door was forced. At the time, the belief among the residents of the building was that a burglary had occurred, and that's what they reported to the police. Digging a bit further, they realized no one had been robbed, the main door had been forced, noises were heard, and most importantly, the cameras were all sprayed with black paint. Both the security cameras and the door camera for residents to recognize who they opened the door to. But no house had been broken into, and no property was missing. The next day, 2 of Anna's friends received separate text messages from her phone. Sana Ramio got a message in English that said, "I met someone wonderful. He has a summer house about 2 hours from Madrid. We are going there now, and I will spend a few days there. Signal is spotty. I'll call you when I get back." Another friend got a similar message, but this one was in Spanish. Sana asked her to send the location, just so she could know where she was at least. There was no further reply from Ana. 2 hours later, she texted another friend the exact same message, word for word translated into Spanish. Also, Ana had messages from 3 friends from the previous night. One of the messages was read, while the others remained unanswered. Her phone was turned off after 5 p.m. that day, and none of the messages sent afterward have been received until today. Here's the thing, though both of these messages just didn't sound like Ana at all. Sana said the English message was written in an emotionless style that wasn't like her friend. And the Spanish message? It was so flat and strange that it seemed like it had been written in English and run through Google Translate. Even more concerning, Ana had plans to meet up with Sana in Barcelona on February 5th, but she never showed up. And when her friends tried to reach her by phone, it was unavailable. So, what happened to Ana between the evening of February 2nd and the morning of February 3rd? Did she really meet someone and run off with them, as the text messages suggest? Or was there something more sinister at play? As soon as Anna's friends realized something was very wrong, they sprang into action. They contacted the police in both Madrid and Fort Lauderdale, hoping to get investigations started on both sides of the Atlantic. In Madrid, the police have been tight-lipped about the status of their investigation. They've declined to comment on any specifics, leaving many questions unanswered. However, the Missing Persons Association in Spain has been working hard to spread the word about Ana's disappearance. They've posted her photograph all around Madrid, hoping that someone, somewhere, might have seen her or have information about what happened. Meanwhile, in Fort Lauderdale, the police have been gathering as much information as they can. They've interviewed Anna's brother, Juan Henao, who told them about the couple's nasty divorce proceedings. Juan said there was a lot of money at stake in the split, and that Anna's husband, David, was not happy about it. This detail about the divorce has raised a lot of questions about David Knezevich's potential involvement in Anna's disappearance. Where is he now? What does he know about what happened to his wife? Unfortunately, he has not made any public statements about the situation. Guy Hackman, a neighbor, described the couple as affectionate and lively, noting David's penchant for displaying confidence. However, their history includes legal disputes, such as a lawsuit from a bank over a mortgage default, though both cases were eventually dismissed. Additionally, David had faced lawsuits related to falling behind on another mortgage and had sought restraining orders against individuals in 2018 for alleged threats, which were not pursued further. David had indicated to Sana his intention to travel to Spain to assist in searching for Anna, but he never arrived. Anna disappeared from her Madrid apartment on February 2nd while David was in Serbia. His attorney, Ken Padowitz, stated that David has been cooperating with Spanish police and the FBI from Serbia, providing information and facilitating access to Anna's rented apartment. Sana mentioned that she had asked David to join her in the search for Anna in Madrid, but he informed her that he had traveled to Serbia from Florida instead, declining further comment on the matter. What raises suspicions about David is his reluctance to join the search for Maria and his refusal to engage with the public about her. He has remained silent, avoiding any comments or appearances in the media. Detectives have not named David a suspect or a person of interest, but they want to talk to him and haven't been able to reach him. Another key piece of evidence that investigators are surely looking at closely is the security camera footage from Anna's apartment building in Madrid. If they were able to retrieve any footage from before the cameras were disabled, it could provide crucial clues about who the man in the motorcycle helmet was and what he was doing there. There's also the question of those strange text messages sent from Anna's phone on February 3rd. Investigators will undoubtedly be trying to trace where those messages came from and whether they were indeed sent by Anna herself. They'll also be looking into the possibility that someone else had access to her phone and sent the messages to throw off the investigation. As of now, there are still more questions than answers in the case of Anna Maria Knezevich's disappearance. But one thing is clear, her friends and family are not giving up hope. They're doing everything they can to keep her story in the public eye and to pressure investigators to keep searching for the truth. As of 12 March 2024, the search for Anna Maria Knezevic continues. Her story has captured the hearts and minds of people across Spain and beyond. The efforts to find her have been nothing short of extraordinary, with missing person alerts and notices blanketing the streets and ATM machines throughout the country. These alerts have been shared online and on TV repeatedly, reaching an astounding 15 million views in just 1 week. The massive exposure is thanks in large part to the tireless work of Joaquin Amils Bonet, the president of a Spanish missing persons volunteer organization that has been instrumental in the search for Anna. Amils Bonet and his team have been working closely with Anna's relatives and friends, serving as a liaison between the family and the public. In a recent interview with NBC News, Amils Bonet spoke about the emotional toll this case has taken on everyone involved. Logically, fear is present. We always say that hope is the last thing to lose. Therefore, we must always be looking for Anna Maria in good condition, alive. It's a sentiment that rings true for all who know and love Anna. As a naturalized U.S. citizen born in Colombia, Anna had been renting an apartment in Madrid since December, seeking a respite from her difficult divorce back in Florida. No one could have imagined that her trip would take such a terrifying turn. But even as the days turn into weeks, Anna's loved ones refuse to give up hope. They've been working around the clock, reaching out to media outlets, sharing her photo on social media, and collaborating with authorities in both Spain and the United States. The investigation into Anna's disappearance is ongoing, with police in Madrid and Fort Lauderdale continuing to gather evidence and follow leads. While they've been tight-lipped about the details of the case, there's no question that they're working hard to bring Anna home safely. Maybe someone will come forward with information about the man in the motorcycle helmet. Maybe a witness will remember seeing something suspicious around Anna's apartment building that night. Or maybe, just maybe, Anna herself will find a way to reach out and let everyone know that she's okay. Until then, her loved ones will keep searching, keep hoping, and keep fighting for answers. If you have any information about Anna's disappearance or whereabouts, please come forward. Contact the authorities in Madrid or Fort Lauderdale, or reach out to the Missing Persons Association in Spain. Every little bit of information could be the key to unlocking this mystery and bringing Anna back to the people who love her. Together, we can keep Anna's story alive and bring her the justice she deserves.